Yep, you're reading that lower chyron right. You're full of you know what, says Nancy Mace, who's the U.S. representative for South Carolina's 1st Congressional District, as she speaks to Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheatle during the House Oversight Committee. Let's take a look at this.
Director, we're pretty close to the halfway point during this. You answered more questions with an ABC reporter than you have with members of Congress. We have a lot more questions. The American people are demanding that we get answers to those questions, and that's what the purpose of this hearing is today. So I'm sure a lot of the questions that have already been asked are going to be asked again, and hopefully we can get some answers to those questions. I strongly implore you to answer those questions. You're here with a subpoena, and we expect you to answer the questions. Chair now recognizes Ms. Mace from South Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director Cheatle, the American people are watching, and they're wondering if there are any questions you can answer honestly today. So, Director Cheatle, I have a series of questions, very specific questions. I want very specific answers. Most of my questions are going to demand a yes or no answer. Do you understand?
I do.
Okay, my first question. Both sides of the aisle today have asked for your resignation. Would you like to use my 5 minutes to draft your resignation letter, yes or no?
No, thank you.
I've never heard that kind of question before. I've got 5 minutes. I'm going to let you use it to submit your resignation to the American people. No, I don't think I will.
Was this a colossal failure?
It was a failure.
Yes or no? Was it a colossal failure is the question. Yes or no?
I have admitted this is a terrible
This is a yes or no series of questions. Was this a colossal failure? Yes or no?
Yes.
Was this tragedy preventable? Yes or no?
Yes.
Has the Secret Service been transparent with this committee?
Yes.
Would you say the fact that we had to issue a subpoena to get you to show up today as being transparent? Yes or no?
I have always been
Yes
eager to
or no?
come
You didn't
and
want to
talk
answer
to
the question.
committee.
We had to issue a subpoena to get you to show up today. That is not transparent, by the way. You stated earlier Secret Service is not political. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Would you say leaking your opening statement to Punchbowl News, Politico's Playbook, and Washington Post several hours before you sent it to this committee as being political? Yes or no?
I have no idea how my statement got out.
Well, that's bullshit. So, Mr. Chairman, I would like to...
I mean, if you're going to be in Congress, and we know what politics is, it's the clever and deceptive art of using euphemisms, lies, emotionalism, and fear-mongering to dupe average people into accepting and even demanding the chains of their own enslavement. But if you're going to be a representative, you might as well shoot it straight. And I kind of appreciate that.
To ask unanimous consent to enter into the record articles by Punchbowl News, Political Playbook, Washington Post, all done at 5:24 a.m., 6:12 a.m., 6:34 a.m., a solid 3 to 4 hours before this committee got your statement.
Without objection to ordered.
Okay. Is the Secret Service fully cooperating with our committee?
Yes.
Okay, you say you're fully cooperating with this committee. On July 15th, this committee sent you a list of demands of information that we wanted. Has the Secret Service provided this committee a complete list of all law enforcement personnel that were there that day? Have you done that? Have you provided a list to the Oversight Committee? Yes or no?
I will have to get back to you on that.
That is a no. Have you provided all audio and video recordings in your possession to this committee, as we asked on July 15th? Yes or no?
I would have to get back to you.
That is a no. You're
She should actually know the answers to every one of these questions.
full of shit today. You're just being completely dishonest.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr.
Chairman,
All right, we're going back. We're gonna play this over. Listen to this.
Yes or
I
no?
will have to get back to you on that.
That is a no. Have you provided all audio and video recordings in your possession to this committee, as we asked on July 15th? Yes or no?
I would have to get back to you
That
on
is a no. You're full of shit today. You're just being completely dishonest.
Mr. Chairman,
Completely dishonest.
Mr. Chairman, I want to.
I'm
Come
gonna
on, we have to
continue.
maintain decorum in this committee,
Any,
no matter how
have you provided
upset we
any
get.
and all memos to this committee that we've asked you on July 15th? Have you provided all memorandums within the Secret Service?
I would have to get back to you on
That is a no. You are being dishonest or lying. Like you're being dishonest here with this committee. These are important questions that the American people want answers to, and you're just dodging and talking around it in generalities.
And that's the big deal. It's not so much that these people who sit before some House Oversight Committee is lying to Congress. It's that they're lying to the American people. They're supposed to be paid public servants serving the public, and yet they're not answering the public. They don't feel like they're answerable to the public. How about this for a question? Ms. Cheatle, how sloped is too sloped to be considered safe or unsafe for your Secret Service agents?
And we had to subpoena you to be here, and you won't even answer the questions. We have asked you repeatedly to answer our questions. This isn't hard. These are not hard questions. Have you provided us all communications from the Secret Service related to that day and that rally? Have you provided this committee? We've asked for this information on July 15th. Have you provided any of this information that this committee has asked of the Secret Service? Any of it?
I'll have to get back to you on
Have
that.
you even read this letter that we sent you? Did you even read this?
Yes.
Okay. And you have...
Then it would be her job. Okay, I've got a primary focus here. I've got a letter. I've got to collect all of this stuff, and I have to make sure it filters through me because I'm going to be the one sitting at that desk answering these questions. I better know. You're paid to know. What are you doing? This is your job. This is what the American people pay you to do, and you're not doing it? You're fired. Clean out your desk. As a matter of fact, don't clean out your desk because we have to investigate the contents. Just go home. Don't call us, we'll call you.
Said
And you may be going to jail.
you don't know, you have no idea. The answer is no. We haven't gotten a single document or piece of information or data from you or your agency in related to the rally that we have asked you for.
Is anybody surprised?
So, was this attempted assassination of Donald Trump a failure of training or execution or both?
I think that those are answers that we need to examine.
Training, execution, or both? Which one?
I think those are answers.
All right.
we
How
need to
many
determine.
how many Secret Service personnel have lost their jobs due to this colossal failure?
At this time, none.
How many Secret Service personnel have been required to take a refresher course on how not to let people shoot Donald Trump?
Our personnel are currently operational. We are examining the facts of this investigation, and we will make the changes necessary.
What time did law enforcement become aware that there was an individual on the roof with a clear line of sight to President Trump?
There you go.
I am still verifying timelines.
Wait a second. Wait a second. She knows the answer to that question. That would be among some of the first questions she would ask of her own staff. Okay, what happened? Give me the timeline. When were you informed that there's somebody that we need to take a strong look at? She knows the answer to this question. She's clearly lying and is full of you know what.
Of course, 9 days in, you have no answers. How many minutes went by between the time law enforcement saw and took photos of crooks and the shooting? How many minutes?
I am still verifying timelines.
57 minutes.
She knows the answers to the questions. You know that she does. Most people sitting at home who've done any kind of research on it know the answer to that question. How much more the Secret Service director?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back.
But we got to keep this in context, a broad context. It's not just this person right here. She is working for the puppet masters. She is doing the bidding, just like all public servants are doing the bidding of somebody. Somebody else is behind this whole thing. No, to what extent is this all theater and these are all just players in a play? We don't really know, but we do know what the end result is, and that end result is getting more people to the voting booth because we're outraged. It's this problem reaction solution. They create or co-opt an existing problem. They wait for a fear-based public reaction and outcry, and then they step in to provide the pre-planned solution that they had waiting in the wings the entire time. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you like these videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. I like the questions that this woman asked. I'll see you in the next video.